Sup, gang? So, I think Blumhouse did it again. Every once in a while, they come out with the craziest movies and unique premises. Like, they take a premise that's like very simple, and then they do a little twist, and then they throw a bunch of things at the wall. Every year seems like there's like four Blumhouse movies, and most of them are pretty bad. But eventually you just find a gem. And I think that's what this movie Obsession is. I think they did a very, very good job at taking a premise that I thought the movie was basically going to be about an obsessed girl who's like killing her boyfriend's like other prospects because oh, she wants to be with him, she's obsessed with him. No, that's not really what this movie is about. Kind of. So I'm gonna go into a little bit of synopsis. Light spoilers ahead. I'm not actually going to spoil anything big because I think everyone should see it. But light spoilers. I'll just talk about it. It actually starts off with our main character Bear, and he has three other friends: Nikki, Ian, and Sarah, and they all work at a what's it called? It's like a music store. So they all work at this music store, and they go out, have drinks or whatever. Um, Bear actually has a crush on Nikki, and we've learned he's had this crush for years at this point, right? And his friend Ian is trying to be a wingman. All this stuff is going on, and trying to convince him to confess his feelings. Well, one day after coming back from the bar, they actually, Nikki needs a ride home. So Bear's like, okay, I'll take you home, Nikki. Um, like rewind to the day before that. Nikki and Bear were having a conversation on the phone, and Nikki had dropped the crystal necklace down the drain, right? So Bear's like, oh, I'm gonna impress this girl. I'm gonna impress her. I'm gonna go get her a new crystal necklace. He goes over to the nearest witch shop, right, and looking for this necklace. He actually stumbles upon this box. It's like a one wish stick, right? And you basically, just like it says, you make a wish, you break the stick, and then your wish comes true, right? One of those items that no one really ever takes seriously, and he doesn't really either. But he thinks it could be a good gift for Nikki, and he goes over and he takes it and is like, "Oh, I'll gift it to her." So fast forward, they're on the ride home, and he Bear. It's a bit of a mix. Like Bear is actually a character who they're in their early 20s, but he has the confidence of like a 16-year-old, and he's stumbling on his words a lot. He can't really talk to Nikki, he can't really say what he wants to say, and he ends up telling her like, oh, like he doesn't have anything to give her. He decides not to give it to her, and as she's walking into her house, she even turns around and is like, she picks up what's going and she says, hey, do you like me? She understands he's stumbling around on his words, and he doesn't want to say it, right? For whatever reason, he decides not to say it. So she goes back into her house. He immediately looks at the stick, opens the box, and is like, I wish Nikki would love me more than anyone in the world. Break. And immediately movie starts, and that's all the light spoilers. I can't really get into anything else. Once that stick is broken, all hell breaks loose, and the shenanigans that follow are very, very interesting. I really liked how they did all of that. So I'll just get into like the things I really, really liked about the movie. The acting. Both Bear and Nikki really carry the show. I will say Nikki deserves an Oscar for that. Like, she did great. Like, all of her scenes, she really commanded the presence of the screen, and I don't think this movie would be anywhere near as good if it wasn't for her performance in that role. Like, there's so many scenes where she's snapping between multiple different personalities. She's really embodying this crazy girl like persona, and I don't know. It seems like she has much experience with that. Like, she's also, there are multiple scenes where they use lighting and like doorways and shadows to convey meaning and actually scare you way more than like a jump scare would. It just makes you very uncomfortable and it's like very uncanny. They did a really, really good job at that, and you can tell like it's a low budget movie, but you don't need a lot of money to just like have some really good lighting and then really good direction. You can make make a really good horror movie. So the lighting was really good. It's very suspenseful. Like you're every time Nikki is around any other person, you're like, oh man, this is gonna get crazy. She's gonna snap. Like what's she gonna do? Is she gonna be able to control herself? And I think that all of that really plays really, really well with how well Nikki was acting. I can't remember her actual name. Actually, let me look it up. Indy Navarrete. She did a very good job, and she commanded that screen, and everything like really ran through her. As the movie went on, you're kind of in a spot where you have Bear, and then he's trying to figure out, okay, this girl's in love with him now, and he's trying to figure out how to end this curse. It's more of a story about being careful what you wish for than it is a story about just like a normal like obsessed girlfriend who starts going crazy, right? She is obsessed and she starts going crazy, but as you watch the movie you realize that is his fault, and he's kind of the actual villain of the story, and the girl is the actual victim. And I just wanted to give a like quick synopsis. There's a like kind of a little bit of things I didn't really like in the beginning. That the first like 15 to 30 minutes is kind of slow. Like it's still building up and you're like not really there yet. There are some things that happen in the beginning and you're just like, what is this going to lead to? What is this for? Why is it this happening? But I will tell you that most of the stuff in this that they show you, there's little one-liners in the movie that if you aren't paying attention, you'll kind of miss it, and then like that thing will happen later and you're like, wait, how did this happen? And like, oh, okay, because before they talked about this and then now it led to that happening, and like they actually put time into it and actually put a little bit of effort in the writing aspect and having these things built up over time. So it's actually pretty good. And also the main character is an incredibly selfish guy, right? The movie does a good job at making you feel sorry for him. He wants to be with this girl who doesn't like him, like this standard trope that all of us have been through at one point, right? But in reality, he's evil. He's the villain. And as you watch this movie, I think you'll kind of like come to that realization, and it's really, really well done. I think the movie ends pretty open in a way, but it's like a closed case in some people's stories and then open in others. I thought it was really well done, and I thought everyone on that team did a really, really good job. The director, props to you. You should go see it. I think it's like, what would I rate this movie? I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was great. So that's all I got for you. Go see it. It's really, really interesting movie. If you've made it to the end of this video, shout out to you. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not really like it? What did you think going into it? You know, how did you feel about the lack of there's not many jump scares? How'd you feel about it? So just let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks. See ya.